Hello, everyone. We are live. Finally, we were able to get everyone together to have our nice monthly chat tonight and today, depending upon parts of the world you're in. We have up top, we have lovely Dom.
Hello.
We have Mark Farr and myself, Tim Spakowski. So, Dom, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm just double checking it is going out live.
Well, that's good.
Just because it tells us it's going out live, I wanted to see it on there.
Yeah.
Right.
And it is. So
it's good. Good.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I can change my name back from Jonah to Dom again.
Yay. Well, this is the joys of modern technology, isn't it? It doesn't always work the way you want it to.
It is. And if only we had someone on the team who worked in IT.
Yeah. Awesome. See, I can see. Thanks, Pete, for telling us. Good.
Yay.
Yep, we're live. So we've had another pretty busy month, and we wanted to take the time to talk about what's going on right now, what we're working on, and what's coming up.
Yeah.
So one of the really cool things was that salute figure. That was nice.
Yeah, that was funnily enough when we did it, and I was talking to the figure designer about doing it. He went, "I've always wanted to make it." Oh, so that was a bit of a love project for him. So and he did a lovely job of that. And it's nice to see a standard bearer just like getting stuck in there. So yeah. So yeah, really good and a nice paint job as well. And that's the same sculptor, John Robertson, who did the Sergeant, the Battle Pilgrim we had last month, and the Standard Bearer. And those three guys are going to come out as a set all together. So that will be quite nice to have all three of those together, like a veteran sergeant command group for Baronswall. So that'd be good. Yeah.
That Standard Bearer, that last one, what was 2 months ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's top. That figure. There's so much character and action in that figure. It is just so cool.
Yeah, and again, that's John Robertson, and he's probably more known for doing his Ancients, and he's going to do some stuff for us. He's going to be filling out the Mortal Gods range for us, which is nice. So he's made us the Persian Chariot that we're missing out of the card deck, and he's made us the Egyptian Marines that we're missing out of the card deck to finish off the Persian selection. And they're off being painted by Steve Beckett at the moment. And so the production molds are made. In fact, I saw the production molds today for the Chariot, so that's exciting. So next month, I think we're going to have quite an awesome Mortal Gods release. We're going to be able to fill out some more stuff on that, which will be really good. There you go. Doms, please.
I want the Persian Chariot.
Well,
I don't even have a Persian force. I just want the Persian Chariot.
I just want the Chariot. It's really good. It's based on it's based on a couple of illustrations, so it's halfway between one of the really light chariots and one of the heavy chariots. But if you get hit by this thing, it's got spikes and stuff all over it. So
cool.
It just looks awesome. So,
is that the 4-wheel heavy chariot?
2-wheeled.
Two-wheel.
I was going to say if it was halfway between the 4-wheeled and the 2-wheeled, does that mean you made a Reliant Robin? Which Tim might not even know what one is. But
No, I would say maybe training wheels.
Yeah.
Training wheels with blades on them.
Yeah.
Training wheels would be a bit more robust than a Reliant Robin.
Yeah, that's true.
It's an English 3-wheeler car that you can't go around corners too quick in because it falls over.
Pete, if you want the salute figure, by the way, we'll happily send it to you. Not a problem. If you buy some stuff.
Apparently, that's just an easy requirement there. So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see George and I see Glenn. Thanks, guys, for joining. I see Matt and Richard. So it's nice to see that people are there. And if you want, start posing questions. Go right ahead. So we talked about the Egyptian Marines. What comprises those? Is that a two-man pack, 3-man pack?
Three-man pack. So it's a Mortal Gold terrain base, and it's basically the Egyptian Marines, part of the Persian force. Obviously, the big, very memorable round Egyptian shields, and then there's one guy with a hand axe, and then 2 guys with spears. So, be nice with a mix of armor as well. So, again, we're trying to capture the feel of what an Egyptian force would look like. So that's good.
Huh. Cool. That reminds me, I need to get some more round bases. I am out of round bases.
How can you be out of round bases? We go through those like Billio. I mean, it's phenomenal the amount of bases and stuff we go through. So yeah,
the big round bases. I actually just got the 25 mil.
Okay.
I can't. We've been so busy. Just gone.
I don't know whether anybody knows, but because we use MDF bases, it's actually the last remaining part of the tree after the tree's been cut down, turned into planks or paper or whatever. The last remaining bit of it is this goo, which is held together by the tree resin that then gets compressed. So it's like every part of the tree's been used. So trees haven't been especially cut down to make round bases. So it's interesting piece of information.
That's good. Waste not, want not. That's good.
It sounds a bit like how I was made, to be honest. The leftover bits of humanity held together with
squidged together.
Despair and vindictiveness. That's me.
When are you going to get laser cut into shape, Don?
Well, who knows? You could make another 5 people out of me.
So, Tim, tell us where you are with the moderns, because obviously we did some resins for you recently, so they're quite exciting.
So we have a couple new packs coming out. One is a modern Hitman pack, which I'm very, very excited to get. These are sculpted by Stavros, and I'm hopefully, because Mark has them mastered already over there, so they're on their way over to me. We need to get some painted up. So I was just talking, wouldn't mind having Steve Beckett paint them. He's done a really nice job with his painting stuff. So,
Stavros did the Frontier stuff for you as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah.
And I mean,
nice.
Looks like Glenn's still in there. Yeah, and we're very happy with that. In fact, he's working on another couple figures right now for that, for future stuff. Let me get through the first one first. That's a lot, which is fun. But we sold a lot of boats.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, which is really good. Yeah, sorry, I distracted you from your moderns.
No, that's fine. So the other thing that we've been working on for a while now are modern Germans, as well as vehicles to go with them. So we've got that in the hopper. We have a new pack. We kind of showed a little snippet of some new digital sculpts. A buddy of mine that I've known for a while came to us and says, "Hey, I'd like to do some work for you and be part of the Footsore North America." So, "Hey, mate, let's go." And so look for more digital sculpts as well as traditional modern sculpts. We're always trying to look to see what else is what's been done, what we would like to do. And I think for me right now, it's the importance of what I want to do. What I think is fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what Andy and I do over here. So, the Barons was Andy's passion project. We had no intention that it was going to go anywhere near as well as it has done.
I don't think intention is the right word there, Mark. If you could have intended to do it, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
right. What you mean is the expectation wasn't that it would go so.
And I was talking to Mark, I think it was last week, that I haven't really done much moderns because we've been so focused on the French Indian War, but also on just fulfilling orders here for Barons War. I mean, it's. I think we should call it Barons War miniatures instead of Footsore.
Miniatures, yeah. It wouldn't be a bad title, but I mean, we ordered literally a ton of metal the last time to fulfill the last Kickstarter, and probably on Monday of this week, we're probably going to place the metal order again for the next lot, and it will be quite a ton this time because there's not as many cavalry figures. Pete, yes, what is this Baron's Wall? Yes, but it's going to be very similar, I think. So, it's that just knocked us off our feet again. It's awesome. And it's nice to see that we're getting some really good support as well from the likes of Citadel 6 who do brilliant transports, and the flags as well that we've got. Those we've just got some great support from people, which is just brilliant. So it all ties it all in, makes it exciting, and people now are starting to get the rules and play them. And so far, the feedback is really, really good. So good. And you're right, Tim. We might as well rename the company Barons Wall. So at the moment, that's all we seem to have time to focus on. Not that we don't love all the other stuff that we do. It's just that is gone bonkers.
It has, yeah. I mean, no complaints. It's just a couple of guys have asked, "Hey, have I dropped off the face of the earth?" No. Would I like to? Yes. But. No, so we have my mate Glenn and I. We're constantly looking and working on new stuff. So I'm very excited. To answer your question, Modern Germans KSK, that is correct. Yes, as well as Modern German vehicles. So I've just been waiting for all the stuff to get done so that we can release it.
So the idea is to have a complete release, isn't it, Tim? So that we have, it'll be a one-stop shop, for want of a better word, where you can just pick up everything. So all of these things just take a little bit of organising, don't they? Yep.
And there's a couple. It's funny. I have vehicles that I completely forgot that I've already done, that are already molded, that are already just sitting here. And I need to sit down and actually put them together to take pictures. So some modern American vehicles, which I'm excited for. So, but yeah, that's what.
Sorry, carry on, Tim.
So that's what we've been working on here. So we have enough for the rest of the year. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Does this mean I can badger Mark to get the not Pablo Escobar figure done, so I can finally get one?
Yes. You badger me as much as you like, mate. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we got Tim to be on my side. It might help.
Did anybody see that picture of that Royal Marine using the like jet pods to ship jump? Did anybody see that?
Yeah.
That's like, wow. As much as we try and think we're keeping up with the modern stuff, with the way things are going at the moment, we'll always be behind the curve, won't we?
Right. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Somebody had made a post on one of the G.I. Joe group forums that says, wow, look, G.I. Joe was so far ahead, and because they had a jetpack jump guy just like that. So it was just really cool. Really cool. Yep.
Pete, have we thought of running a Baron's War at Boards and Swords? We have, Pete, is the answer, because we want to do some more stuff with it. But obviously, COVID permitting and planning time permitting, yeah, we'd love to. It's surprising how much stuff has gone out and how many rule books and that have gone out. Sorry, guys, we're going back to Barons Wall again. We're getting a lot of interest everywhere. So yeah, we'd love to see people. I mean, the Barons Wall's not designed for tournament play as such. It's designed for a bit of fun. It's a skirmish game. But it does translate well. If you want to be more competitive, certainly George and I were very competitive when we play tested it. So it's good for that. And yeah, we'll hope a few other of our proper bricks and mortar stores will pick it up as well and do some stuff with it, because it's a really good now comprehensive range of stuff, and once you get into the rules, they're easy to play. It'll be interesting to see how people enjoy the campaign pack that Andy's working on at the moment, because I've seen don't know how many you've seen the pictures were posted of the resin village and stuff and all the different characters, but that's going to be a bit good. I think I'm really looking forward to that. I've already got stuff on my painting table for that, so we can make sure we play test the campaign properly. And I will even put aside my late Saxons that I'm painting to do some of that. So I'm ready. So yeah, excited about that.
Speaking of late Saxons, one, I need to get some. That's because I need to complete my collection. That's the phrase I'm looking for. And someone might be working on pulling together the Dark Age supplement for Baron's War, which might have late Saxons in it.
Okay.
Nice.
Mainly because it is around 1066, so Saxons should be in there somewhere.
They should.
Yeah.
They played a part in it, but everybody knows the Normans are the
I'll
best.
have to see what Andy's given us. Then you know what he's like. He's not here to defend himself, so we can blame everything on him.
Oh, he's probably sat in the background listening.
Yeah.
He will, but he can't do anything about. Oh no, I'll give him the link. He can join in. Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
I've got control, so he can't stop us.
Don't threaten them.
Yeah. So with the late Saxons as well. Again, I was chatting to Matt Bickley the other day, and I was going, we could just do with a couple of bits to finish it off, really, because our late Saxons, they're all really like Huskarls. They got mail and stuff on there. They're nice. And obviously he's done the archers and the slingers as well. But he's going to do some couple of packs of Fjord as well. So that would be nice. No armor, but shields, spears, hand weapons, and possibly, which may or may not spark people's interests. Might just do a couple of cavalry packs as well. Not that we thought that the Anglo-Saxons fought mounted, but just to have a couple of bits and pieces. Michael, when will we get our Vikings on? We got loads of Vikings already, Michael.
We do, but I think he means will there be in the Dark Age supplement, which yes, there will be.
Yeah, I think we'd be very remiss to do a Dark Age supplement and not mention Vikings. Yes.
Yeah. And because everyone loves a Viking, it's the only reason I've got facial hair, so I can pretend.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
doesn't really work.
Viking. Yeah. But yes, obviously the Vikings, the Normans, the Anglo-Saxons. Obviously, we mentioned the other guys who were there as well. I mean, the Welsh. I mean, it's important, and Scotland are all important parts of what was going on in this period. All quite strong, independent kingdoms, all perfectly prepared to cross the borders and give as good as they got. So, all of that stuff. It's a really exciting period.
Just so everyone knows, it will be the Vikings, the Normans, and the late Saxons to start with.
Yes.
And then people like the Welsh and the Scots, and hopefully the Irish, which are my personal favourites. I still think Brian Boru is the best painting I've ever done, other than my Cyclops maybe. And it was a lovely figure. Those Footsore Irish, if you want to go out and buy them, I think you should.
They're nice.
Yeah. They're really nice.
They're so easy to paint. Like, I hate painting.
Yeah.
Really hate it. I only paint so I can game. But those Irish were almost a joy.
They're a joy to paint, yeah. And a lot of the Footsore range is designed that way. They're designed to be more sort of, if for those who are old enough to remember Warhammer Ancient Battles, and then obviously Saga kind of takes over from Warhammer Ancient Battles. They're designed with the idea that you'll paint bigger units of them, and that's the way they've been made, and so they do paint really well. Yeah.
So Pete's going to be at Bosworth this year.
Good.
Restrictions permitting, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Although it's just a big field, so you should be all right.
Yeah. It is just
anyway,
a big field.
you can just say it's a walk, Pete. Just say it's a walk. You're just out for a walk. You just happen to have a table and a lot of figures and some dice.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Normal walk. Well, and what I know of Pete, that is actually a normal walk for Pete. It's he's got everything.
Yeah. He doesn't go out with his toy soldiers, I don't think. But so that would be good, Pete. That'd be ace. to go and do that at Bosworth, give me a shout if you need anything to help get it sorted. I know you're a man who's probably got everything anyway, especially looking at your painting blog. But do give me a shout. That'd be good. Obviously, we're talking about Bosworth as if everybody will know what it is, but maybe obviously some people in North America may or may not know that it was a defining battle in the Wars of the Roses, where our last warrior king of England died heroically in battle. That's all I'm saying. Guess whose side I'm on.
I was going to make a joke about the orange creams beat the toffee fudges, but people wouldn't get the
They wouldn't get it.
They wouldn't get the chocolate joke there, would they?
No, they wouldn't. Yeah, so that's
our UK viewers will. Everybody else will be watched.
Yeah, everybody else will go, what? Yeah. But yes, so that'll be exciting. It'd be nice to see a lot of the reenactments and stuff back in action as well. It's just I used to do reenactment years ago, Wars of the Roses stuff, because I was sensible and wore as much armour as possible. I used to love it. And now, obviously, I'm too old and too sensible for that nonsense. But I love going to watch, so it'd be great. And that artwork you can see over my shoulder, we're all reversed. I can't do it. It is by a guy called Kez in Bristol, and he loves going to reenactments and stuff, and goes to shows and sells these paintings and that, and they're brilliant. So there's yes, let's have some sunshine this summer in the UK, and let's get the reenactments on. Let's get out there. Yes, Daniel. He's having a night off. Dan is the answer. He's got other things to do. Bless him. He's very, very busy at the moment. There's a lot of stuff. He's actually setting something up for us here in the UK at the moment. We have a distributor in Germany called Stronghold Terrain. And I don't know. Some people might have heard of them, but they do their own sort of Dark Age stuff and other stuff over there in Germany. And we've agreed that we'll be the distributor over here in the UK. So he's busy getting all those hundreds of items ready to go online. So in the not too distant future, you'll see there'll be a Stronghold Terrain tab at the top of the Footsore page, and you'll, instead of having to go to Germany and order and then do all of the usual fun that we're having with tax and duties and all the rest of it at the moment, you'll be able to order straight from Footsore. So there will be a delay because we'll order it in as it gets ordered, but that will give us another good range. And some of the stuff that Stronghold Terrain's got, the lovely miniatures. I must have at least half a dozen or so different Stronghold Terrain miniatures in my collection, which is quite a compliment, considering that obviously most of my historical miniatures are obviously Footsore.
Yep, they do make nice stuff.
They do.
I'll have to have a word with you about that, Mark.
Another one. I'm not sending you a box, am I? I'm sending you a crate of stuff.
Yeah, that ton of metal is just for mine.
Just for you. Yeah. Ton for Dom. Ton for Footsore.
I'm just going to replace my car outside with a.
We do what everybody else does: turn their garage into a war games room.
I don't have a garage.
Oh.
But I do have a war games room. So those who don't know me, I don't know which way to move, even though I know where the wall is. So that's my painting desk. That's a couple of things. I'll even move me. We'll do some really bad camera work. So that incredibly messy table is an 8 foot by 4 foot table. So I do have a war games room.
Yeah. Very good.
But it hasn't been used for a while, oddly enough.
I don't have a war games room, but my dining room is suitably decorated, as you can see over my shoulder. And when I get permission, the dining room table converts into a war games table. I've had some good games in here, so yeah, all good. I think, Tim, you've got the luxury war game setup, haven't you, in your basement?
Yeah, I have a very understanding wife. I probably have a good 90% of the basement, and the gaming table is 6 by 12, and then I have a whole I don't know how much of the basement just is devoted to my painting studio and where all my stuff is. So yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, we're jealous.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
The Americans always have to go one bigger, don't they? Just every time.
And most of my friends, I don't have many, so it's not many at all, are vaccinated. So we're getting together again and we're gaming and stuff. So it's been good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, Pete, I don't think you need to be jealous of you because I think we're all jealous of how much you actually paint.
Yeah. you
Did I paint?
machine? No, Pete paints. Pete paints like 800 figures a day.
I know, he's a machine.
And they look nice as well. It's not like he's used a 3-inch roller, even though the speed would imply he does.
Nope.
Yes, very jealous of Pete's painting abilities.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel's asked me about the Griffin. No, Daniel, you're not going to get a sneak peek of the Griffin today, but it is, in Trish Cardan's own words, the best miniature she's ever made.
Just better than the Cyclops?
Yeah. Oh,
the Cyclops is really good.
Oh, have you not? Tim's seen a picture of it. It is stunning, isn't it?
I mean, the Cyclops is so good, I almost want another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I wonder if you have like a pair of Cyclops, whether you get a giant pair of glasses to put the two together.
I could do that if you get us another one. Although it took us about 6 months to paint the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Pete loves it as well, so it's got to be good.
Yeah, well, Pete is a man of discerning taste. There's no two ways about it. Tony Delax is happy to have mounted Saxons. Looking forward to those. I am definitely. What else have we got?
Next year I'll be doing cons. Not this year. It's too soon, I believe.
We've got a question here for you from Tim. I mean, for you, Tim, from Matthew McDonald. Wondering if he gets to salute many of your orders from the US store.
I might have some left.
So, by the sounds of it, Matthew, that's a possibly, but Tim couldn't possibly confirm at this point in time.
Oh, do you know?
Without going away and counting.
Kes Robinson, yes, Kes, it is a very nice picture in the background. Yes, and if I dared move my camera from where it is sticky taped, glued, and attached, I would zoom in on it for you because that's a beautiful, beautiful picture. And I posted a picture after we couldn't go live last week. And I really love the clean style, the almost like Bayer tapestry style that he does, and the battle scenes look really, really good. So I'll get it framed at some point soon, so we can do a proper.
So who did that, Mark?
That's a guy called Kes who's down in Bristol, and I found him by accident on Facebook, and I really liked his style, so I got in touch with him and said, love what you're doing. Let's have a chat about if we could do some stuff together. And he said, I'm just about to finish this picture. Would you like one? I'm like, yeah, of course. And so obviously funds exchanged hands, and he sent me this beautiful picture, which I originally just hung up because when it came properly wrapped in a tube, wrapped with tissue around it and everything, so it was beautiful. And me, I'm like, when it comes to doing stuff. So I carefully unwrapped it, and I realised as I was trying to unroll it, I was starting to maybe put a little crease or two in it. So I've hung it up on pegs, and it's now falling out nicely, ready for framing. So
nice.
That's it. That's my excuse for showing off my new piece of artwork in the background, anyway. And he's gonna do some illustrations and stuff for us. So we've got to get into the fine detail of that yet. But I'm really looking forward to working with him and having some more really nice, lively but really clean stuff in as part of our illustrations and books. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. Yes.
It does look very nice.
he's doing a new picture at the moment. I can't remember which one it is, but definitely something to do with the Welsh marches, of which I'm a big fan. So, so
I'm a big fan of the Jarrah marches, but that's a different kind of thing. Again, Tim won't get the reference to this one.
I think that's a very important part of British history, of limited military interest. Is that fair to say?
I think it depends on if it's part of the very British Civil War or not, seeing as we have a range. And I'm now going to make sure I work it in somehow.
Somehow. Cool. Good. What else have we got?
We do have Eduardo wondering if we're going to have any more 3D files for additional scenery.
Oh, for the Barons War
or Savage Frontier.
So for the Barons War, I'll speak on behalf of Andy and go. Since he's made all of that stuff and he's gone, I've made tons of stuff. I'll have a rest now. I've gone, yeah, but wouldn't it be good if we did this, that, and the other? And he's gone, okay. So yes, more stuff to come. It would be definitely nice to have some more Savage Frontier stuff as well. But Tim, seeing as Tim's actually online, he can speak for himself.
Right. Let me get through what we've done first, because I'm still at the same point of where Andy was or is. I don't know. Can't speak for him. But yeah, we have a list of things.
Yeah. And then Pete's gone back to Gangs of Rome. Pete, I will tell you now that me and Daz, our Welsh wizard mail order picker, who actually came to us with the concept of Gangs of Rome, we're having a revisit of it next week. So that doesn't mean something will happen next week, but we're definitely going to revisit and do some stuff with it, because it was one of our first projects and one of our first loves. So Gangs of Rome is on our list. Is still on our list. And we've even been talking about making a few more bits and bobs for it. But just at the moment, with everything else going on, I know everybody, we shout loud and we make a lot of noise, I know, but we're not a very big company. There's only so many pairs of hands to do the work. So, some stuff has to take a bit of a back burner and just sit there for a bit. But, Gangs of Rome is definitely on our radar.
Well, it's funny because yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I saw Sarissa had on there, they put a picture of some of the terrain with Gangs of Rome figures. And I took my glasses off, like, what? We have new stuff coming out? But it was a neat scene. Scene.
But again, part of the success of Gangs of Rome was down to the support from Sarissa. I mean, the amount of stuff they produced for Gangs of Rome, was phenomenal. And, it really captured the character of, fighting in these gang fights, in the centre of Rome and on the outskirts of Rome and all this kind of stuff. Really good, yeah.
Daniel wants to do some painting for Gangs of Rome.
Yeah.
I still want to get enough of the buildings to make Roman Corbridge, which is a town near me. Or I could also do Segedunum, I suppose, which is the end of Hadrian's Wall, which is 3 miles away from where I'm sat. That's something I've always fancied doing.
I think
Steve never takes the hint from Sarissa, though.
Does he not?
Nah.
Maybe
He's as bad at taking hints as you are.
Yeah, but we've just agreed I need to send you creative stuff. So yes. Dan, I've got no problem with you painting some of the zealots for us. They're lovely to paint. I did a base of each very quickly a little while ago. So you'll have to ping me and give me some details. Then let's see what we can sort out.
And I don't think any of us are going to be surprised at this one that Pete has enough of the Roman buildings to build Rome, and he'll have painted them in a week.
Yeah, which is obviously.
So, and that old saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, Pete would like to argue on that one, because it only took him an hour.
Where and how people store all their MDF terrain, because I need another house. I mean, I need another house. So when I see all these guys getting all these other stuff, like, where are you storing this? How are you storing it? So I'd be curious.
It is a challenge. I mean, I'm a big fan of the really useful boxes, because they are
Right.
really useful.
Well, but they're not. They're only, this big, aren't they? Tall. I'm talking big.
No,
tall.
they do bigger ones. They do one that's yay big, that's perfect for infantry. One that's about twice as deep, which is perfect for cavalry. And then they do another one with the same footprint that's a bit deeper. And then you can get a big lid, which adds about another 3 or 4 inches to go on top as well. So all mine,
really
most except for like some huge pieces of scenery, are all in those really useful boxes. They've all got the same size footprint. And then in my house, in my loft, down one side of my house, because this is how I store them, is rows of shelves. So if my house is 5 meters wide, then I must have half a dozen shelves. Don't know what that calculates out as in terms of meters, but pretty much most
30.
of it is full of really useful boxes full of stuff stacked 3 or 4 high.
I hear you.
I do the same as
I do.
Mark. I've got really useful boxes with mine in, but also with some of them, if you're not bothered about the interior detail, which I am on some and I'm not on others, you can kind of stack them
inside each other,
inside of each other like weird Russian dolls, which is weird because that's what I've done with my Russian village.
There you go.
So it's like I've got this big church from a company called Terrains for Games, which all the bits of the church fit inside, all the extra bits fit inside the church. And then I've got all the other ones kind of nestled in and pushed around. And
it is an art form, being able to squeeze all of your scenery into the smallest space as possible. Yes.
It is.
Many years of wargaming required to master that particular skill.
And it does mean on games night you need an extra 2 hours. So you've got an hour to game and 2 hours to unpack and then repack your scenery, because it only goes back one way and you can never remember. So it takes an hour. It takes about 10 minutes to get it out. It takes an hour and 50 minutes to put it back in. Just for me. And then you go, how have I got more space? Ooh, I found a new way to do it. No, it doesn't work like that. It means you've left 3 buildings back in.
Yeah, right. So Mark, we talked about Mythic a little bit, just a little bit. What are the plans?
So obviously, Mythic's gone well now. It was a little bit quieter than I thought it would be to start with. The Kickstarter went well. I was really pleased with it, but initially we didn't get an awful lot of feedback. And I don't know whether that's because people were intimidated by painting the monsters and stuff like that, because Dom's nodding. So I think that might have been the issue, but people are starting to play it now, and obviously Trish has been quietly working away in the background on some other monsters, because obviously when we launched it wasn't complete, so we still need to do more monsters and stuff for Mythic, and also a couple more factions maybe as well. We're talking about that. And one of the factions that was a little bit short on figures was all the heroes and stuff. So we've been having those made. So we will do a relaunch and probably tie it in with the Mortal Gods rulebook, so that if people want to play historical Mortal Gods, they can. If they want to play Mythic, they can. If they want to mix the two, they can. And obviously there will be a few other bits added as well, which we're not necessarily talking too much about at the moment, but will be quite exciting, and I think will complete the circle, which I think will make people really happy. So there's more work to be done on that as well. But
yes, there is.
Yes, there is, Dom. But there's next time you see it, it'll come as a nice launch with a nice range of product, I think, which will keep everybody happy. And again, we start talking about it, I get excited about it, and my head starts turning. I keep thinking, "Oh, we haven't made that yet. Oh, we should have made that yet. Oh,
Right.
should we do that?" And I'm like, I've started going again now. I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So yeah, because I'm, again, the reason that Andy and I took over Footsore wasn't just because we got a casting machine and we could cast with soldiers. It's because we wanted to make stuff, because we want to make stuff as well. So, and obviously Andy and I have no sculpting skills whatsoever. So, we're at the mercy of the sculptors, but we're working with some great guys. So we're getting some great stuff. And every time they produce something, I just go, "Oh, should we have another pack of that? Should we do? Can we? It's like being a kid in a sweet shop with an open checkbook. So sometimes I just have to go, the range, just this range, do this. So yeah, but the new Mythic and Mortal God stuff is going to come. It's going to be lovely. I think. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we had that same challenge with the Savage Frontier Kickstarter, because there was a lot of stuff that we wanted to do, but at one point we just had to say, people may not like this. While we were surprised, but so yeah, you just have to stop and then put it out, and so
yeah, you can. Otherwise, you just keep going and you never release anything. And yes, Daniel, that's a faction we're looking at.
Yes, it is. I want the owl.
I don't want the owl.
I do.
I
want to put him on this. On where? See, this is my Cyclops. Look, Pete, I got one after having so much fun at the playtesting day. Because I played against Pete in one of the Mythic Gods playtesting days, and basically I turned up, and when they were saying the things, I went, "I don't care as long as I get the Cyclops. I just want the Cyclops." And I was just going to walk if I didn't get the Cyclops. But luckily, Pete had Jason and the Argonauts and was happy to let me kill things with my Cyclops.
Pete's good like that.
Yes, and we had a very nice day.
Yeah,
well, that's cool. That's good. I didn't know that you guys played.
Yeah, before obviously COVID, we used to go over to Derby quite a lot, and great hosts there, and they have a first floor mezzanine which you could have to yourselves, and on the top floor there's just like, I think it's 3 or 4 rows.
3 rows of 3 tables,
rows of 4 foot wide by about 18 feet long tables. Yeah, I'm going to guess something like that. And we get a few people up who we know well for playtesting.
And me.
Yeah, and Don. He's never invited, but he always seems to find out where it is and when it is. But then it's a good way to. Because when you work in isolation and you're writing rules and you're playtesting and after a while you get used to the way each other thinks. So me and Andy can have a conversation and we understand what each other means. We have a conversation with Dom and we never understand what he means because of his accent, but we kind of get there. But then when you go and playtest with a different group of people, all of a sudden you get all these interpretations and stuff that you never thought about, and you went, "Oh yeah, we need to clarify that," or no, it doesn't mean that, and all this kind of stuff, and it's brilliant. So we want to get back to that, because I think it's an important way to make sure that the rules and everything work. Now, we weren't able to do that with the Barons Wars, obviously, and we played that a lot. And it's interesting now when you see when some people come back on the forum and go, "Does this mean this, or does that mean that?" And because it's like, "Oh yeah, never thought about it like that." So, but having said that, I think we've produced a cracking set of rules for Barons Wars. So,
so do I.
I think that's a really good set. So.
I'm looking forward to actually getting to play it at some point.
yeah, it'd be nice to actually get to play with some proper human beings again, wouldn't it? So yeah.
I'm going to use toy soldiers. not human beings.
Oh, well, yeah.
I should get some actually. That
Back to
Baron's
the
War.
next day.
It's good.
Actually, I could play with human beings because I do know some people who do that kind of stuff as their hobby. So I could get them to just hit each other instead of rolling dice. That would be kind of cool.
Kind of cool, yeah.
I don't know whether they'd take kindly to me telling them where to go. They'll probably tell me where to go if I try that. But I might. That could be fun.
And Dom's gone off.
All these different ideas.
And he's back in the room.
Mark, do you have anything else? I think we pretty much covered what we wanted to talk about.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. To see if we missed anybody. Don't want to feel like we missed anybody out, so let's just have a...
Pete's been asking if there's going to be more factions for Mortal Gods. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. It's a big world, the Mortal Gods world. So yes, Pete, we're definitely looking at more factions and filling out everything for it. So yes. So,
which ones in which direction we're going in? That's
yeah.
uncertain at the moment. But
yeah.
Yes is the simple answer for that one, Pete.
Yes, Pete. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, isn't it? Unless, unless anybody's got anything quick. You've got a quick countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
Don't be rude, Pete. Oh, counts. I see.
No, we're not doing basketball.
Yeah.
That's not happening. I think Daniel might want to see the new Griffin.
He does want to see the new Griffin. I tell you what.
I'm getting this vibe.
I'm getting this vibe that really wants to see it.
Yeah.
What I will do for you, Daniel, is I will see for the next live stream if I can't do like one of those little corner bits where you just get a little piece of it, and then every month we'll add it all together until eventually, by the time we release it, you've got the whole Griffin. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. So, yeah. All right. I will see if I can, because I'm not the technical person here. I will see if I can find a way that we can show something. All right, but it won't be now, because
I'm sure we'll be able to. We'll be able to figure that out for the next time.
Because that's way outside of my skill set.
Well,
and just in case anyone's wondering, it's only been in the last year and a half that we've managed to get Mark to turn on the computer. If you're wondering where his skill set is,
that's true.
He
can't log in yet. He has to get someone else to do that, but you can turn it on.
Yeah. I could talk. Yeah,
he's got one of them old ones with the fancy cup holder that goes in and out.
Yeah, but I'm not. There's no point asking me any technical questions about computers. You know, my answer is thump it or switch it on and off again.
Oh. Put it on the shelf.
Put it on the shelf in the background. If I'd actually got one sculpted, physically sculpted, then yes, I could put it in the background. But we've only got the original yet, and it needs cutting up so that it can actually be molded properly. So we're a while away. We're a while away from that yet. But yes, we will do that. All right. So I think
totally unrelated. Yes, Pete, that is the Dune board game on my bookcase.
Good eyes, Pete. Good eyes.
As you can tell by the way it's stored, I am running out of shelf space on my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 bookcases I've got in my house, and I need another one or two.
Well,
I might have to get rid of one of the kids.
Yeah, that's the easiest option. You can always have more kids.
I don't want more.
Right. On that note, gentlemen, I think we've covered everything, haven't we?
Yep. Thank you all for taking the time to come and talk with us and ask us questions.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got gleaned some information from us.
Yeah, and we'll see you all in a month.
Yep. Look forward to next month.
Technology permitting.
It might even be this month.
Good point. Well made. Yes.
Because this is technically April, even though we're in May.
That's fine.
Because I jinxed everything, but yeah, probably the end of, possibly the end of May. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're signing off.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.